My name is Erine Ames. I am a 5th grade teacher at Montera Elementary in Southern California. I have been on TPT for a while, and I first found Kristen then. I was looking at flexible seating and started following her blog and was finally able to implement flexible seating. And then she had talked about this organizational program she had, and I looked it up and it looked really interesting. So I signed up and did the course. I was a hot mess. It doesn't matter how long you've been teaching. If you don't have organization or you can't keep a system going, you end up at times feeling very stressed, very frazzled, not able to keep up. I'm a mom and a wife and a full-time teacher, so I was a big old hot mess at times. It was crazy. Pretty much everything, trying to have files for everything, trying to keep my desk cleared, trying to grade when the kids are doing something, but that's hard to do when you've got primary. I have 5th grade now, so it's a little easier, but they still need my attention, so you don't always get the good grading done in class. You have to find time to do that. I would take Saturdays to come in when we would have Saturday school and they didn't need me. I would come in and work in my room, which was great when I was single, because I didn't have anybody wanting on my time. It was okay when I was married, because my husband loves to play in the garage and build things there that I don't understand. He's an engineer. But once we had our daughter, that takes my time away from her. She's a 10-year-old now, and she really needs me, especially on the weekends when we get to spend quality time together. So unless she decides she wants to come to school with me, which some days she does and makes a bigger mess than I've already started with, it's just really hard to stay organized. I used to have a desk with drawers in it, and I would say, every day I will clear it off and I'll make sure, but I would get so tired of it. Or all of a sudden we'd have an important visitor coming in, so my desk had to look neat. You'd shove everything in the drawers, and I'd find that in about May when I was cleaning up for the year, and I'm like, I wondered where that went to. I'm really lucky with my daughter. She goes to school in our home district, so she's not at school with me, which makes life a little easier for me. When she was 2nd grade and I was teaching 2nd grade, I decided this isn't good because one of us might lose our marbles before the end of the year, so I moved to upper grade. And I'm really enjoying 5th grade. Of course, now she is a 5th grader, but she's not as needy as she was when she was in 2nd grade. So EOTs really helped me to stay organized, stay planned, get grading done, and not have to take a ton of stuff home every night or every weekend to have to do and take my time away from her. On the weekends, other than if I'm having to do report cards, I try hard not to bring my computer home and not to do work so that I'm really present and in the moment with them. I do tell her that I have one day a week when I stay till 4, so she doesn't get picked up till 4:30 or 5, and she's okay with that. EOT has just really helped me hone and organize myself. I know where everything is, and I have a plan to get it done, and that's what EOT has given me, is not a stress out because everything's piling up. No, I'm good. I've got a plan. I know when I'm going to get stuff done. There's a few of them. One is not to put off planning, which is always the one I hate to do. We have curriculum guides that give us where we're supposed to be, when we're supposed to be, which is frustrating to me because when the kids get something interesting, I like to be able to flow with that, but sometimes I can't because we have to get through a lesson or a story. And so I always dreaded having to plan, but I don't dread that anymore because it does give me a roadmap of where I'm going. And that helps me to be prepared. And I'm not at the last minute going, somebody go up to the office and get this copied for me. So that's probably my biggest takeaway, is making sure I'm planned and ready. I think my favorite is the drawers. You can see them right behind me. I have decided that after Christmas, I'm adding another drawer, which is File This, Erine, because it tends to be stuff that I need, but I'm so planned now. I'm getting stuff done ahead of when I need it, so I have to have somewhere to put it instead of just dumping it on my desk until I get to that. And other than that, it's just awesome because I know what's copying. If I'm out on an emergency or if I have to stay home with my daughter and I have prep that day, I can just tell the substitute, take the copy drawer out and go copy it. Here's my number. So that's really nice to do. I also took some of her clips and I will put instructions on what I need, like cut this out, staple, whatever, so that if I get students who want to come in on their recess times, they can do it because all they have to do is follow the instructions. So those clips have helped a lot. But my favorite's got to be the drawers, because it keeps me so much more organized with what has to be graded, what has to be returned, what has to be copied. And then, like I said, in January, we get one added to be filed. Find EOT and do it now. Although it wasn't invented then, because that was back in 1989. Find an organization system that works for you and keep it going. Don't let what others say or do change what you're doing. You've got to be comfortable with it, and it has to be something you can keep up with. If it becomes overwhelming for you, then you're not going to stick with it. And keep trying, hone it as you go. Every year, add something that works, take something away that doesn't work. And if EOT had been available then, I would have said, take this course, because you need it. You need it badly. Absolutely. I had a student teacher earlier in the school year, and he's like, how do you manage to stay so organized? Because I'm in a portable, I have 2 cupboards. My desk is a standing desk that goes up and down and has no drawers in it whatsoever. How do I stay organized? Where do I keep things? How do I know where I've got things? Because he just looks at my cupboards and goes, you actually know where it is over there? I'm like, yeah, it's right there. It's here on this shelf. So I said, I took this course, and I showed him the link, and he was going to read some of her blogs to see when he becomes a teacher or when he has time after his master's classes, whether or not he'll take it. And I have another student teacher starting in the spring, and I'll tell her the same thing if she asks about my organization. Hey, I went on this blog. She's awesome. She does all kinds of flexible seating. She has all kinds of great resources, and she does this course called EOT that helps you organize. You take what you want, you leave what you don't want, and you add to it as you go. Kristen is awesome in her enthusiasm, her experience, and all of the resources she creates. I can't thank her enough for guiding me. I mean, I'm a veteran teacher, as I said at the beginning. I've got 30 years, but I'm still learning and still trying and still honing my craft, and she has helped so much. I really recommend people to do her class and to follow her blogs, because she's awesome. She's just awesome, and she makes it easy for teachers. It's not another hoop to jump through. It makes it really, really easy. And I am so glad I found her, because she has given my life back to me so that I have time with my daughter, I have time with my husband, I have time with my friends, and I also have time to goof around with my 5th grade students who will always be my kids, but I can also get work done, so I don't feel like I'm drowning all the time or stressing out as we get to the end of a trimester, at the end of the school year. I'm way more organized than I've ever been, and I can't say what that does for me personally, just to make my life feel in control.